Hey, what is going on, guys? In this video today, we're going to be discussing aim assist, and more specifically, a seemingly major change regarding aim assist that's almost totally flown under the radar with not many people knowing about it. For a very long time, players have believed that aim assist in Fortnite is directly tied to the amount of frames per second you get while playing the game. And this wasn't just some crazy myth or anything, it was proven multiple different times and pretty much widely accepted as fact. What this meant is that controller players that played on PC at something like 200 or 300 FPS would actually get much stronger aim assist than controller players on console who would get 60 FPS max. And that difference in aim assist strength wasn't just some super small thing, it was actually very apparent. So much so that the stronger aim assist was pretty much always the first thing that a controller player would notice if they switched from playing on Xbox/PS4 to playing on a PC. However, based on some recent evidence, it appears that aim assist is actually no longer directly tied to FPS. So without further ado, let's get right into showcasing that. Alright, so the first thing I want to show you guys in this video is a clip of Upshaw's original little experiment that proved that aim assist was tied to FPS. He originally showed this about 4 or 5 months ago, and even if you guys have already seen it in the past because it was pretty popular, I'd still recommend paying attention again so you can compare it to the clip that I'm going to show later in this video.
240 FPS, right? That's our frame rate limit. I've got a good computer. We're playing on low settings, so we should be hitting that no problem. Here's my buddy over here. So you can see the aim assist snap-on occurs really far away. So when I'm like about a couple feet away, I can snap right into his head. We just a single touch on L2. Now see what happens when I turn it all the way down to 30 FPS. So we're still the same distance away, but one tap does not drag me onto his head at all. So, like, I'm missing drastically there. I know the game looks awful, and it's slowing it down, but your input is literally not dragging it the same distance. And I'm just going to test it out on 60 FPS as well to, like, emulate most console gameplay. So, yeah, you can see it. It's still not snapping right onto the head. You almost really need to slam the L2 trigger to get it to work.
So that testing done by Upshaw showed pretty much as clearly as possible that aim assist strength was directly tied to your FPS. And as I mentioned in the intro, even though that experiment basically proved it once and for all, aim assist being stronger on PC was something that a lot of players already felt was true. However, a few days ago, I stumbled upon a post on the competitive Fortnite Reddit titled, "Aim Assist Not Tied to FPS Anymore." The post was by the owner of a YouTube channel named S10PX, and it contained some footage that basically tried to recreate Upshaw's original aim assist test from a few months ago. Now, we did it on both targets in creative mode and an actual stationary player, but I'm only going to show the footage from the test with a real person since it's incredibly similar to what Upshaw did. He's first going to show the distance aim assist pulls on 30 FPS, then 240 FPS, and finally 60 FPS. So even though I wouldn't describe that as indisputable evidence, I think that clip at the very least creates some doubt about whether things have changed regarding FPS affecting aim assist. because in that clip, it sure seemed like the aim assist strength at 30 FPS was pretty much exactly the same as the strength at 240 FPS, and that definitely wasn't the case in Upshaw's original testing. However, as convincing as that may seem, it's still only one piece of evidence, so I decided to dig a little deeper. And in doing so, I found a comment on a different post discussing PC aim assist versus console aim assist from a user named Approved Player. He said, "The difference between console and PC aim assist isn't that much. I've done tests on an Xbox One X at 60 FPS versus on a PC at 140 to 180 FPS in a pretty scientific manner, and the aim assist for both is very close. If you really care how I can test this systematically, I'll elaborate. Basically, I repeat the same exact ADS spam speed on both console and PC through an external device/script. I set myself up X tile distances from target to determine how far the aim assist pull extends, and it's nearly identical. Anyone saying that there's a major difference has something else going on to cause that to happen." So what I think is most interesting about that post is the fact that this guy didn't just test it by hand, he uses what he refers to as an external device/script, which should in theory lead to less variation and more conclusive results. So although I'm still not sure if this is enough proof to 1000% say, yeah, aim assist is definitely not affected at all by FPS anymore, I'm starting to at least lean towards that being true. And the more I think about it, the more it really does make sense that Epic would do this. I'm not sure how many of you guys remember this, but around the same time it was proven that FPS affects aim assist strength, Dr. Lupo showcased that FPS also impacted the rate of fire for fully auto weapons in Fortnite. A few weeks later, it was discovered that Epic had fixed that issue, and I believe they even mentioned that they did it in a certain update's patch notes. So it just logically makes sense that if Epic would fix that, they'd probably also want to fix the strength of aim assist being tied to FPS as well. So if aim assist strength is truly no longer affected by FPS, or at least affected way less than it used to be, that raises a few questions. The first is, if that's the case, why does aim assist and aim in general still feel a lot smoother and better on higher FPS? Even the Reddit user who personally tested aim assist strength with his external device/script says that, even though it doesn't show up in the results when he tries to measure it, to him it still feels like aim assist is stronger on PC. I also agree with him based on my experience, so my best guess would be, even though FPS may not directly make aim assist stronger anymore, it does make aiming in general feel a lot smoother, and therefore properly taking advantage of aim assist is actually easier. The second question is, if it's true that the strength of aim assist was changed since Upshaw's original video, when exactly did that happen? Although this is pretty much purely theory on my part, here's my best guess. Towards the end of February, so roughly a few weeks after Upshaw's video, Fortnite released a very controversial change to aim assist, which basically involved making it so that if you ADS spammed more than once or twice in a row, you wouldn't get any aim assist at all for the next few seconds. This change was heavily opposed by the community right away and ended up getting reverted within about the first 8 hours or so. But that change clearly showed that Epic was so unhappy with the state of aim assist that they were willing to try a very dramatic change to alter it. And when I saw that update, I even said in a video that even though that specific change ended up not really working out, I'd expect them to try something else in the very near future. A few weeks later, after one of the updates in Season 8, I noticed a lot of players were saying that aim assist felt different than it did before the update. So my little conspiracy theory is, in that specific update, they made it so that aim assist was no longer affected by FPS, which therefore made it feel way different for a lot of players. And as to why they wouldn't announce it, well, first off, they make changes without including it in patch notes all the time. And second, after all the backlash they got from their first major change regarding aim assist, I can see why they think it would be better to just let that one slide under the radar. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you watched the entire thing, be sure to let me know with a comment down the comment section below. Based on what you've seen here, do you believe that aim assist is no longer tied to FPS, or are you still not convinced? Be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do whatever the heck you want, and I will catch you guys next time.